Well, the Archon has risen, and it's time to test both the loyalty of our subjects and the resolve of our enemies, as we prepare to fight this civil war in the Griffonian Empire. Sabotage! A deafening explosion woke many of the sleeping citizens of the Empire last night, sending out a shockwave that shattered windows for miles around. Miraculously, there were no deaths, but one of our factories has suffered heavy damage. Whoever the saboteurs were, they've slipped away without a trace. Ponies and changelings. The mornings of Griffonheim tended to be surprisingly peaceful. It seemed that despite all the hustle and bustle of the city, the Griffins still valued their slow mornings, and as such, they tended to become quite alarmed when something out of the ordinary happened. That is exactly what happened that morning, as an equestrian horse ran desperately through the streets. "They are coming! Run, run! Every pony, run for your lives!" Their screams echoed throughout the massive streets of the capital and caused quite a stir. Mistakenly, many assumed that the treacherous communists had staged an uprising, or that a Wingbardian commando group had been sent to assassinate the Emperor. As the pony ran through the streets, they eventually reached the Imperial Palace, where they claimed to have information on a grave security threat. After eventually screaming their way in, they forced themselves into the Imperial meeting room to speak to, or more likely scream at, the Regent. But as they opened the doors to the meeting room, the pony fainted out of shock and left the Regent and Changeling Ambassador, which the Regent had been meeting with, quite shocked. After recovering, the pony claimed that they had spotted changelings ready to attack, and that they could be disguised as anyone. Of course, this all happened in front of the Changeling Ambassador. The pony was shortly escorted out and told to be more tolerant and friendly to other races. How rude. And we gained political power out of whatever that was, so, well, guess it was good in the end. Oh, and there's a civil war in Equestria. I don't think I've ever seen the AI have the civil war, the Equestrian Civil War. Equestria has erupted into chaos after a series of events rocked the previously placid and peaceful nation. So, wow. I've never seen the AI go to the civil war. So Daliangrad creeps south. Wow. Oh, we're gonna have an interesting situation on our hands. Ah, Bronze Hill reaffirms their loyalty to us. That's nice. So now they are a nominal vassal. I think they were always. Huh. Anyway, that's good. I guess they're going to stay loyal. Arian's takeover of Romal. Following the inability of the Romal City Council to restore order, the Archon himself has stepped in and taken direct control, supported by religious fanatics and loyal Urite Knights. With this help, the Romulan authorities were able to put down the mass riots and protesters to ensure that peace and stability remains. Okay, so that's cool. So there's this like tiny city right here. Yeah, they seem loyal to us. They're our protectorate, so that's cool. Well, it looks like Yale just decided to join us, which is cool. So we have more core states, and now we have all these focuses to attack everybody who didn't join us. And I think first we're gonna deal with Katerin. So we'll be able to go to war with them in 30 days, which is not too long at all. So let's prepare. Should be an easy war. Wait, the obvious suspect. To no one's surprise, Baron Lear the Vicious and his followers have decided to defy us. While this was an expected result, it certainly won't stop us from taking what was rightfully ours. Oh, it's right here. Okay, I guess we'll have to deal with them first. Okay, there we go. Take all states. What? Chrysalis recalls their attaché? What? So I'm gonna lose my Panzer Grenadier. Wait. Hold on. Can't I just duplicate the division? Light tank. Save. So now I have light tank, and then can I just transfer all my units that are light tanks? So I don't lose these units that I've produced? Oh no, the template is locked. At least I won't have to waste my army power, but I guess farewell, party. A plea for asylum. Following the ordered return of the Changeling military mission back to Vesopolis, General Thranx has now approached none other than Archon Eros VII, begging them to let him stay in the Empire. We won't abandon our friends, he can stay. Okay, time to finish off Katerin. We'll charge ahead, and this war should be easy. We have air superiority too for a fun bonus, even though it doesn't really do anything. Come on, just go into their capital, yeah. Okay, Chrysalis demands Thranx to be returned home. The changelings are probably gonna roll over Equestria in the Lunar Empire, but we've learned one thing from this mod. That we must follow. That we must believe in friendship. And we won't let our friends have to go back home, or whatever this is. Never, he'll stay. Chrysalis swears revenge. So Gnarl, she's mad. So she's mad at us. And we will strike them soon enough, yes. That's the plan. We'll take over Equestria once and for all. Okay, there we go. Take all states. Ah, and the borders are pretty nice. Okay, time for another war. Let's see if we can finish them off as quickly as we finished off Katerin. There we go. We kind of snuck into their capital too to end it just a little bit earlier, and now I think it's time that we deal with the Grand Duchy and the Strawberry Duchy, because they made this red ray something coalition. So we better deal with them, because they're the biggest threat at this point. Okay, and our important war has begun against these two. Well, only against the Strawberry Duchy right now. But they'll call their friend in soon enough. Yep, there they go. I'm gonna integrate Bronze Hill. It might not be a good idea to integrate them mid-war, but there we go, nice. Oh, and Luna just took Canterlot. Things might be changing around. Wow, that's crazy. And the Changelings still haven't capitulated Olenia. This is the longest I've ever seen them hold on. Almost all their divisions are gone now, but still, impressive. Okay, easy war, not very bad. They were annoying rebels, but really nothing more than that. Such a nice Griffonian empire. What? After everything we did. Earlier today, during a visit at a restaurant, Thranx began to cough heavily, and shortly after collapsed to the ground. Griffins nearby immediately rushed to his rescue, seeing him cough up blood, but it was of no use. General Thranx died. A funeral has already begun, and shockingly though, police have found out that the cause of Thranx's death was a deadly poison, one that has never been seen or used in all of Griffonia before. In addition, his fiancée is nowhere to be found following his death. Could this be the work of a fellow changeling sent by Chrysalis? For now, we are unsure. Oh well. We did our best. What? I've never seen this before. Daybreaker ascends. Today marks a historic day in equestrian history, beset on all sides by real and perceived enemies to her country. Princess Celestia, now calling herself Daybreaker's son, declared Equestria a solar empire and quickly and efficiently reshuffled the government. The new empress has refocused herself on, quote, Winning the war at any cost and keeping my pony safe from outside harm. What? That's new. Yeah, that is new. Huh. So they're fascist now. So everybody's fascist, 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 fascist. Even Olenia, fascist. Us, fascist. Wing Party, fascist. Crazy. I've never seen the Solar Empire. I've heard you guys talk about it in the comments before, but I've never actually seen them pop up. Olenia, at long last, finally capitulates. I've never seen the changelings take that long. They, like, declared war on Olenia before we even started, like, uniting the Empire, and we united the Empire before they could even defeat Olenia. That's impressive. I still need to play as Olenia and try to do that myself. If the AI can do that good, I'm sure I could win. I think. Wow, and more new events. I've never seen this one either. The Brofeldian Thaw. The king's rule in Broadfeld is not what it used to be. Increased pluralism combined with extended political reforms have led to the monarchy taking more and more the trappings of a democracy. While this doesn't necessarily mean the king has given up his reign on power, it does mean that the commoners now have some chance of making their voice heard. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Well, we're finally starting another war after a while. We had to complete a ton of these focuses down here before we can go on to our next war goals. But before I finish up this war, I'd just like to remind any of you who are watching and haven't yet subscribed that if you do so, it shows me your support and it really gives me more motivation to keep making videos like this one. So if you enjoy, remember to subscribe and I really appreciate that. And with that, let's get on with the war. Okay, and there we go, easy enough war. I was kind of worried that they, well, I was kind of worried that they might join the Entente because there's this big Harmony faction that even includes the Commonwealth of New Maryland because they kind of disconnect themselves with Equestria when this happens. Equestria isn't even harmonist anymore, so no point. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, subscribe, and see you guys in the next episode.